licks, then watch this video. Welcome back to another lesson. Man, let's cut the bullshit this week. You all know who I am. Check out etherius music at the link in the description box. Check out my Patreon again. The link is in the description box. Let's get right to it. Welcome to today's lesson. I'm going to show you the arpeggio sequence that I just played for you at the beginning of the video. And for such a small lick, this is really chock full of a bunch of different techniques. We got, sweep picking, we got some tapping, some string skipping, we got some dives with the bar, and we got some muting. So we're gonna break it all down right here. So the two main arpeggios that comprise this lick are B major and E minor. So we're using the B Phrygian dominant scale here, and in the simplest terms that I can explain it, just think of B Phrygian dominant as being the same as E harmonic minor. You're just starting on B instead of E, but the notes are exactly the same. So the first arpeggio, like I said, is B major, and we're gonna start on the 14th fret on the A string, and we're gonna do 14, 18, and we're gonna hit those. The picking is gonna be down and then up, so down, up, and then right here we're gonna do 16th fret across the D string, the G string, and the B string. So we're gonna roll with our third finger here. So we don't want, again, like I've talked about in previous videos, we don't want the notes ringing together. We want to roll so each note sounds individual. It's not blending into the next note. So again, then we're gonna do 14 on the E string and 19 on the E string. So the picking for this arpeggio is gonna be down, up, down, 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 up, and then pull off. So, and again, like I was saying before, the rolling of the third finger is very important because, again, we don't want that. We don't want those notes ringing together. We want. So again. So the next lick that we're gonna play is this one right here. So for this next lick, we're starting 16th fret on the D string, and we're doing this shape here. So it's kind of based on that kind of diminished thing right there. We're going back and forth between F sharp and C. So we're gonna do 16, 19, 16. That's on the D and the B string. Then we're gonna doing 17, 17 on the B and the G, 15 on the E string, and then 17 on B, 16, 17, 19, 19. And we're gonna dip with the bar. So again, so the first two licks together. And from there, we're gonna do more dips with the bar. So if you don't have a whammy bar, don't sweat it. You can just play the notes without doing the bar dips. Just hold the notes out for the allotted amount of time that you need. So from there, we're gonna do, so we're doing 20, 17, 20 on the E string. And then we're dipping again with the bar. Then we're doing 20, 17, then we're going to 7, 8. That's, again, all on the E string. So again, another dip with the bar, and then we're gonna slowly kind of exaggerate the bar going back up. So again. Then from there we're doing 7, 8, and then 11 and 12 on the E string. And each time we hit those notes, again, we're dipping with the bar. So from the beginning up to there we have. So now here, this is the end of the lick, and this is where the fun really begins, because this is where we're gonna do some tapping and we're gonna do some string skipping. So there's a lot going on in this small lick, and we're gonna break it down piece by piece. So after we've done this lick here, we're gonna go to this tapping lick right here. So it's just going B major right to E minor. So we're kind of keeping the same theme here of those two arpeggios. So we're starting from coming out of that previous lick, we're starting 11th fret on the E string, and we're gonna do what we call a hammer on from nowhere. We're just gonna hit that note. We're just gonna hit that note with our index finger. So we're gonna do 11, 14, 19. That's gonna be the lick. 11 with the first finger, 14 with the pinky, and then we're gonna tap 19 with the right hand. So it's 3 notes. Then we're gonna play the same lick on the D string an octave higher. So we're gonna skip the A string and we're gonna do. So we're doing 13, 16, 21 on the D string. So now from there, we're gonna skip the G and the B. We're gonna go right to the E. We're gonna play that same lick that we played on the low E string. But we're just adding a couple extra notes. We're gonna slide when we tap. So we're gonna do. So we're doing, again, another hammer on from nowhere with the index finger, 11, 14, 19, 20, 19. So we're gonna do a quick slide, half step slide with the second finger of the right hand. So again, so the whole lick is, so the key here is, first thing, you wanna make sure that you're hitting the notes hard, because again, you're just kind of hammering on with the left hand from what we call from nowhere. Second thing, you really want to focus on the muting, because when you do a lick like this, it's very easy to have open strings ringing out. And you want to mute, again, like we talked about in the last video with some of the arpeggios that we were going over, you want to mute with the bottom of your right hand. You want to kind of keep them hovering over the strings, lightly muted, so you don't get any open strings ringing out. So as I'm going through this lick, I'm just kind of keeping my hand like this, just over the strings, and that keeps any noise to a minimum, any open strings from ringing out. So from there, after we do the B major, we're gonna go to E minor. A similar idea, we're gonna do a tap, and then we're gonna sweep back down the arpeggio. So we're gonna keep our 11th fret, E string, we're gonna slide up to 15. We're gonna go now into E minor, so 15, 19, 24. We're gonna sweep back down, and then we're gonna go back up. And that's the lick. So here's the lick again, but I'm gonna play it all the way through this time. So here's the lick slow from the beginning. And now here it is played to the track.